Tell me how Mind Your Biscuits has been since we last saw him race a few weeks ago.
He's doing well. It's one of those things where you come up to Saratoga, which is one of the most prestigious meets for us here in the States, and you hope for the best. And he's run well here in the past. The last 2 years, he's done very, very well of himself. He won a Group 2 last year, which just made, he was 3 lengths behind in a Group 1, and I think he's just gotten better and better, and hopefully we'll find out next Saturday.
So you're going to run? Because there was at some stage a bit of doubt about it.
We moved his yard. He's more happier where he is now. We'll have one more breeze, and at that point we'll make the final decision. But all the signs that I've seen, he's kind of getting back to the way he was. Ironically enough, we took some of our Dubai training in mind, where we had that long walk. I mean, he flourished. He did so well in Dubai. So now in the morning time, we're going for 30-minute walks before we go over to the track, and he seems more relaxed when he's out there, more happy. And that's the key with that horse. You know, soundness, knock on wood, has never been an issue. It's all about keeping him happy, and right now he's very happy.
All being well, if he does run in the Forego, what will his program look like from then on?
At that point, you know, we'll have the Breeders' Cup in mind. I think it's November 4th in Del Mar this year, and we'll just backtrack from there. If he wants to run one more time, then we'll run him. If he doesn't, then we'll wait. And at that point, then you have the Breeders' Cup. After that, we'll look to stretch him out in the Cigar Mile. The Cigar Mile is December the 3rd this year at Aqueduct back here in New York, and if he does that, it opens up a whole bunch of doors moving forward, especially going back to Dubai for the Carnival next year.
Is this all with his stud career in mind? Because if he's such an effective sprinter, why would you change it?
Curiosity. You know, it's one of those things where obviously the stud deal is interesting. You know, are you a sprinter? Are you a router? Can you do a little bit of everything? There aren't a lot of horses that have been able to do that. He looks like an old throwback horse. He sprinted because he's so naturally brilliant at it, but he's relaxed. He's able to do whatever he wants, and we think he'll be able to stretch it out. The way he gallops out in his workouts, the way he gallops out in his races, and nobody's ever passed him after a race or even during a race. So to us, we think that he'll be able to stay around the ground. 1 mile is a good kind of stepping stone forward, and there's a lot of money moving on. If you look at races like the Pegasus or the Dubai World Cup, there's a lot more money in routing than there is in sprinting.
And he's not your only horse. Things have changed somewhat since Dubai. What else have you got that you're particularly excited about?
Oh, we have a few horses over here. We have 26 babies, so getting all them ready. We have a really nice horse for Zayat Sables, the family that owned American Pharaoh that won the Triple Crown here in the States a few years ago. A horse named Egyptian Prince. We might see him debut in a Group 1 closing day here at Saratoga or maiden race, and then look for the Champagne, which is a Group 1 at Belmont. He's a horse that we're very high on. We have a lot of other 2-year-olds that are kind of coming along and doing the right thing. We have a Chilean filly named Poquita Coqueta that we ran opening week. She ran 5th that day, but has come out of it brilliant. There's a race here next Sunday, the Smart and Fancy Stakes, and we would maybe consider going to the Everest with her. Obviously, we showed in Dubai we're not afraid to travel, and I would think with her, the way the race might set up, she'd be the speed of the speed. I'm not sure she can carry it all the way through, but it's certainly something to consider.
That's huge. You'd probably be the only one going over there from here.
We try. You know, we don't mind doing things first. So, you know, anything that you can do to help out a program. If you have a horse that fits, we're not going over there for the free lunch or anything like that. But if we think that the horse fits, then we're definitely going to look to travel a bit and do the sporting thing and the horseman thing. And that's what we did with Biscuits. And, you know, whether it's a field like Poquita Coqueta or you have the race coming up in Korea, there's all these races out there and people that are trying to really grow the sport, and we want to be a part of that.
And what chances of something coming back to Dubai next year?
Very, very good. I mean, when we went there this year, it was one of those things where you think, it's the only time we're going to go. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and obviously Biscuits is a once-in-a-lifetime horse. I don't want to take anything away from that and what he did. It's more him than it is us. But the hospitality over there is so great. The way they do everything is first class, and to have the ability to take a horse, whether it be Biscuits or something else next year, I see now why George Navarro, when he took XY Jet last year, why he was chomping at the bit to come back again this year and had Sharp Azteca, and now he's got XY Jet back, he's got El Deal, he's got Sharp Azteca. He looks like he's going to make another trip next year too. So if Georgie goes, I'd like to go, and you know, hopefully we can bring home more trophies for America.